is said that Margaret Thatcher always carried a book around with her by Austrian economist Friedrich von Hayek called Road to Serfdom. Who was Friedrich von Hayek?
Friedrich von Hayek, an Austrian, economist in the first half of mostly the first half of the 20th century, became a kind of icon for conservatives. He mainly theorized that government intervention to improve the workings of a private economy would not only fail, but would in the end produce outcomes that were worse than leaving the private economy to its own devices. So that was in the time when the socialist experiments in the Soviet Union and then after World War II across Eastern Europe and China and so on were spreading, when it looked as though capitalism as we know it, private capitalism, was basically on the losing side and state-run socialism on the ascendant. He was an important counterweight. He was a kind of a guru for those economists who saw in the rising role of the state a terrible misfortune for modern economics.
He's often portrayed as the nemesis to John Maynard Keynes.
That's right. If Keynes was the person in the 1930s who upset the apple cart by being a product of modern, conventional, mainstream economics, who said, look around you, my fellow mainstream economists, in the depths of the Depression, we can't keep singing the same song because we're going to lose the whole battle, and so we have to shift from a focus on minimizing the state. We have to recognize that the state is absolutely crucial to keep capitalism going. By the way, Keynes had no interest in socialism, had only negative things to say about socialism. So he did, however, think that capitalism survival required the state. This so frightened the conservatives, who are always afraid of giving the state any kind of power, that a Hayek, a denunciator of the state, became a guru, and his disciple here in the United States, Milton Friedman, adapted what this European scholar had to say for the American audience.
And I have heard the argument, though, that those who end up
Hey,
following
sweetheart.
Friedrich von Hayek are
Look, you
actually
even get to
going,
listen to
are
NPR in the
more
background.
extreme in their interpretation than perhaps Friedrich von Hayek would even be comfortable with.
Yes, that is very often happens, you know. The students get so excited about the argument that they kind of don't remember the qualifiers, the contextualizers that the original proponent put around them, because typically the original proponent is under some pressure to introduce it to his audience and take account of other perspectives, but the go-go student often forgets all about that. So yes, that has happened to the followers of Marx, it has happened to the followers of Adam Smith, of John Keynes, and for sure of Friedrich Hayek.
And Karl Marx?
Him too. His followers include people who are very careful, prudent in their readings. There are followers who are aware of contradictions in Marx's work, as there are in the works of all great thinkers. And then there are those who really have no space in their minds for contradictions and who make Karl Marx either the saint who got it all right and is to be followed, or the demon who got it all wrong, who is to be excluded from the university. Unfortunately, in this country, we have mostly the latter, because the knowledge of Marx is so thin and so superficial that it lends itself, unfortunately, to a majority view that it's irrelevant, and then to a sad minority who thinks it's the ultimate of truth, thereby losing all the valuable insights that Marxian theory, of course, has given the world, and that the world is rediscovering now as the capitalism that Marx criticized is producing such disasters around the world, including and especially in